What's going on, guys? We are back with another Haloview product. This time it is the BT10, and this is a rear view mirror mounted camera. So this is also for your RV. It uses the RV mount, just like the other cameras we've reviewed in the past. We're really excited about this one, so let's get it open, get it installed, and give it a test. Doing this one-handed as usual. So we have a user manual, another manual there. Oh yeah, look at that. That is cool. Oh wow. So it has some weight to it. This is one thing that I'm a little concerned about. Will a rear view mirror hold it? I would assume so if they've tested it and all. But oh, nice. So it has a dash cam style, like front view camera. It's really cool. Looks like it may have a speaker on it, or yeah, probably a speaker. I'm sure there's a mic on there somewhere. And this is adjustable. Nice. I like that. Okay. Then you have two straps here. So it has like a little hook there. So you pull these out, wrap it around the rear view mirror. It does have a nice padded mounting area there, so when it sits up against your glass in your car, it's not going to scratch it up. Very cool. I like it. It is a 1080p. Very nice. And it is reflective. You guys see us there? Hello. So I'm sure that can act as a normal rear view mirror. You have your antennas for the camera and the screen. Then you have your wiring for the camera. It has an on-off button there. And this is, oh, it's more power wire. This has a USB-C plug on it. Then you have the camera, which is appears to be the same style that we have mounted on our RV already. Comes with this plug, which fits a lot of campers. So before you go cutting the old one off, make sure that this doesn't fit, because if it fits, you waste a lot of time cutting the old one off. And of course the camera is adjustable. If I can do this with one hand, yeah, so turn it down. There you go. So leave that to the side. And these are mounting plates for the camera and a rubber seal that goes on the back of the camera, which you obviously will need. Under that, we have quite a few more mounting options. We got these Velcro straps if you wanted to use those. A nice, some connectors. You got a cleaning towel and some 3M connectors. I guess that's for running wires. That's a good idea too, because you're gonna, more than likely, if you're going to leave this in, you'll run it through the edge of your headliner, which make it nice and clean looking. Mounting screws. You have this splitter wire. The wiring for the camera side. So this will go into your camper. That will plug straight into the camera. But again, make sure if you have this, try it on your factory camper first, or the factory wires from the camper. It may work. Then we have what appears to be a headphone jack, but I'm sure that's not what that is. Alright, we'll figure out what this is as we go. So as you can see, my truck has the basic mirror, no power or anything, so it's just simple. I've extended the camera all the way out. We're going to set it up here. There are the straps over. I'm going to try to pull it as tight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. About jumped off of there. Alright, so we're going to pull it as tight as we can. It looks like it, locks down in that little area there. We're going to throw this over, lock it down. And the mirror holds it just fine. That's it's not falling down or anything, so that the weight of this is not that big of a deal on this mirror. That's great. So as you can see here, the camera is pointing like up in the air, so I'm gonna tilt that down. It is adjustable. You can go left or right, up or down. So I'm going to point it down as much as possible and maybe move my mirror a little bit. And that should get it. That has it pointing straight. A few things I noticed on top when I was putting the antennas on, and basically they just screw on, nothing to that. It does say GPS on top, so I'm sure it gives coordinates, which is awesome. And it does have a memory card slot there, like all Haloview cameras that I've tried in the past. You can record, and having the front view camera, that makes perfect sense. So we're gonna have two different views, one behind our camper, one in front of the truck, and then you have your DC input, so that's where your power goes. On the bottom, let's take a look at that. We've got a variety of buttons here, and we'll figure out what they do. I'm sure it functions quite a bit like the other screen that I have. And one other thing to note, it did have this SD card in it. It is 64 gig, so that is awesome that they provide that with the camera. To install the camera, you're going to have one of these Furrion mounts more than likely on your camper. You're going to take out 4 screws. 2 are in the middle and 2 on top. You can use a number 2 square bit or a Phillips head screwdriver. Once you remove the mount, be sure to clean this area up with a plastic razor blade and some glass cleaner. This is the wire you're going to connect to with your Haloview unit. Once you have that connected, stuff the wires in. Be sure to add a little sealant back there around the screws and inside the screw holes. Next, you're going to add your screws that were included with the Haloview, and they do line up. Once you have the screws in, you're going to seal around the entire unit just to be sure that no water gets behind that camera. We have backed up to the camper, and I plugged in the 7-pin harness. One thing you need to know after you've installed your camera, you need to turn your lights to either on or running lights, and that will power up the camera on the trailer. Okay, now we need to, well, first things first, let's get rid of this. Oh, it's turning. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, as you can see, it's reflective, looks just like a mirror, which is really cool. So we're gonna turn it on. We're gonna see what happens. That's good. Nice. So this is our front view. Let's see. Oh yeah. You can click on it and wow, that's so cool. Okay, now yeah, click on it again. Now we'll click on the back view, and again it's upside down, so that's okay. Let's see. Can go swipe up and find our settings. Let's click. There we go. That was it. That's all I had to do. So I hit this button, flipped everything back around. We're good to go. So let's go to menu. We can adjust the picture as we need. The volume, it does have a microphone on the camera, so it's going to record that, and you can hear, say you're backing into a camping spot, and that lets you hear what the person behind you is telling you, because normally the person behind you is standing directly behind the camper, and that's not all that helpful. You can adjust the brightness, the contrast, saturation, and then let's see, picture in picture and auto dim. Okay, also in the menu you have park lines. You can turn those on. Park lines on. You can adjust the lines as needed. So if we go back, you can see your park line. And of course that's only on the rear view, which makes perfect sense. That's your front view. So yeah, I guess strange because I don't prefer park lines, so I'm going to turn those off on mine. And let's see what else we have. Record mode. So this is all your settings for recording. Sound recording, still quality, super fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, you got all kinds of settings that you can use for recording clips like that. It's very cool. You can format your SD card that is there. And then this is your folder with the files from each camera, and as you can see, we've recorded a few already. So that is your playback from before. So say you get in an accident, which God forbid you get in an accident, but you have clips that you can go back and watch, and you can also take that SD card out. I'm sure you can find those clips there too. But yeah, you can review those right here on the screen. So if something happens in front of you or behind you, you have it all right here. That's cool. I like that a lot. Back again and back. Oh, not too far. All right, menu. What else do we have? We have the other settings, which we've already gone into a little bit. Another cool feature is that you can get this with the TPMS sensors. So up here in the top corner, it would read your tire pressures. I chose not to do that this time. I have an idea with this camera system that I don't think I'll need TPMS for what I'm going to use it for. We'll see. I've got a ton of different ideas with this camera. It is really nice. I really like it. So let's test it out. Let's drive down the road a little bit and see how it looks while we're riding. So here's what I didn't expect. I didn't expect to like this so much, and I know that sounds strange, but being up here on the rearview mirror, I was just not really sure. But it opens up the whole dash. That cord wouldn't normally be there. I'm just testing it out, you know, but I like it. I really like it being up here. It's solid. The mirror's not moving around like I kind of thought it may be. It gives you a great view behind you. It's nice and wide. If you can swipe through the views. You can see in front of you and behind you. I will say that the aspect ratio with the shorter, taller screen, you can see more. You know, you can see much more that way. If I just click here, you'll notice that you can't see as far behind you. Not a huge deal. I can just adjust the camera up if that really bothers me. I really just want to see what's right behind me. That's when you can't see cars when you're towing. That's the big deal there. I was on some rough roads. The mirror hasn't moved at all. You know, that screen has got a good amount of weight to it, but it hasn't affected the mirror at all, so that's great. Camera's, of course, nice and clear like all Haloviews are. I really like this. This is great. It's going to be very, very useful. Opens up the dash. Just gets rid of a lot of clutter. Again, if you wanted to get the TPMS sensors on here, you can do that. That's just a different camera. That I'll leave a link to that camera, this camera, and Haloview's website down below. Again, another great product from Haloview. I've been so happy with everything they've sent us. We've used them for years. Okay, we're back in the shop, and just gonna try to wrap this up for you. What are the things that I really love about it? What are the things I don't like that much? Well, I can tell you there aren't many things that I don't like that much. The only thing that comes to mind is when you're looking at this view, and it literally is only because of the screen, and you have to have a shorter screen to fit on the rear view mirror. But you're missing out on a little bit of video up top and below. You can click on that. You can tell the difference there. Really, it's not a huge deal when you've got it mounted on a camper and you're way back, you know, way up off the ground. It's not going to make that big of a difference there. But I mean, literally, it's a very small preference that I have. Probably mostly from editing videos and things like that. It just really sticks out to me. What do I like? Again, I love that it's out of the way. You got your entire dash. You can see when you're pulling into a campsite, you know, you can see what's around you. You don't have to worry about the screen being here in the middle. I think that's cool. I like that a lot. I like that it has the front camera. If you don't already have a camera in the front, then, you know, that's added protection and probably great for your insurance. I do like that it's still mirrored when you're not using it. You can use it as your normal rear view camera. So if we go on a trip, unhook the camper, and I don't turn this on at all, you still got a rear view mirror. Love that. So overall, yeah, I highly recommend this. It is a very innovative product that is extremely useful, and I again can think of 100 different things I could do with this camera, and I may have to try a few of those in the near future. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll make a few videos on that, showing off other things we can do with this camera system. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed what you saw, and we'll catch you next time.